All right, guys, today we're going to do Battle Axis number 2 of 4 from Vertigo DC Comics for mature readers by Alex Horley and Terry Laban, or Laban. Painted cover by Alex Horley, and by the way, I like his work. You know, accidentally, I got this painted cover from Alex Horley as well. It's not by accident, but he can really paint. He's doing this for, well, since I was little, right? 80s, 90s stuff. This guy can do it. Really well done. I didn't like the first issue much because there's some really cringe dialogue and modern slang. It's here as well, meaning the modern slang, they say the F word a lot. Well, a lot. Well, not, no, let me rephrase that. A couple of times, but it's way better actually than I thought, because the other one has some cringy jokes. It was unbalanced when it comes to seriousness and weird jokes and all, and cringe dialogue. This actually is 90% better, right, from the last issue, and I was really surprised about that because it was way more serious. There were some jokes in here, but it landed better. I'm going to show you why. So without further ado, let's dive in. Here's the story so far. The mother, the daughter, the sorceress, the tank, and I don't know, there's something wrong with this woman. Anyway, so they are going to Barzinia, I believe that's the town, and they met in Lhasa with Prince Alexis, and they want to work for the king, right? So they are here, and so the king says, the most important thing for any woman is that she be good looking. You all pass that test in a rude way. And Prince Alexis, you say you can actually fight. Just give us a chance, your majesty. But then this is the daughter, the princess. It never takes much to impress Alexis, but I hardly think Brazinia needs to be defended by a bunch of foreign barmaids. Valuable counsel, my dear princess, but it's hardly in your area of expertise. What do you think, Ivold? Can we use them? So Ivold is the traitor, I guess. So he's shouting, "These wenches' tribe is well known where I'm from, your highness. They're undisciplined perverts fit to join the circus, and maybe hardly the imperial army. I'm not surprised you don't like us. I notice you wear the amulet of the Waxons. We pillaged and burned your main village about 5 years ago." I like that. "Bitch, that's a lie. Yeah, I'm happy to show you how we do it." So, Father, are you actually going to allow these savages to brawl in the imperial throne room? Perish the thought, my dear. As you know, I abhor violence. So he says, I need to think about that, right? And sending these women away. And then they being led somewhere to some kind of arena instead of their chamberlain. So yeah, they're being surrounded and getting attacked. And the art looks freaking awesome. Like I said, the Alex Horley can really well drawn. When it comes to coloring, I think it fits, but it has that really sandy kind of color. All these different shades of brownish, if you will. There's a lot in here. You can say because of the time period, right? But it's not really that bad. But it all a little bit blends together with the backgrounds, the hair, the skin color, the clothing of the colors. I like the muted colors. I really like that. But a little bit more, red, for popping. Except the blood would be a little bit better. Anyway, so they're having a fight and they are getting, a little bit thrown back into the wall. She is her sword is breaking. The witch here is completely panicking, completely useless. All these bodies. Stop! That's enough. So the prince intervenes, but he asks his father for forgiveness by doing that. How dare you, Alexis? You're not the emperor yet, you know. It's all right, Katrina. It was a fine show, but there's no reason to kill more good soldiers than absolutely necessary. So he says they fight well. We'll take them on, if only for novelty's sake. But we won't make you work with them, Ivold. We give them to Alexis. How about it, son? You're not much with men. Let's see how you do with girls. How. I like that. All right, so this girl here, what's her name? Bruna, I guess. Yeah, this is Bruna, right? Bruna, yeah, is being healed by the sorceress healer, right? But then her lover comes in and she's completely jealous. All right, Skull, you screwed enough here, and get your useless carcass out of my sight. But you know, Bruna doesn't take that well. You shouldn't treat her like that, Sig. She's working to fix her up. She ignores that. We need less fixing if we had been covering her. But like what she said about getting some rest tonight. So Bruna says, hey, let's go outside and have some fun, right? Because she is very open-minded and wants to have intercourse with... Is that women intercourse? You know what I'm saying. With other girls. Damn it, Bruno. We're sweethearts, aren't we? What's that got to do with anything? Look, come or stay here. Either I'm going out. So she's going to the brothel, a Thracian, a Kushite, and a sweet Assamian. So she's going to, how do you say, taste the flavors of the world. All right, they have some fun, but this poor girl's getting stabbed in the back by this one, Stika. And she punches in her face. Look at all these cut off fingers. Oh, don't die, honey. You're too pretty to go like this. Bruna, please, I love you. I won't just settle for being with you when there's no one else around. And she said, I'll kill you again if you come near me, Sika. Ever. Okay, but then the guards comes in because of the ruckus. He says, there, get her. She killed one of my girls. Oh, that's not true. Anyway, so she's fleeing. And she's pretty strong, right? So he's even with one arm. And there's some window that she's jumping into for hiding. And then, oh no, it's the princess. How dare you? Don't move, princess, or not. If you call for God, I'll kill you. I'm not afraid of death, that I'll quietly let you carry on with whatever you're planning, you filthy barbarian. I don't planning anything, Your Highness. This is sort of a mistake. So she's sitting here. Let me, just give me some wine and I'll tell you all about it, right? You have the nerve to come in my business, princess, just like yours. And it looks like that's the only thing we have in common. All right. Shit, I forgot to say that there's nudity in here. I'm not sure how the algorithm gods will handle my video now. But, you know, damage is done. Meanwhile, or later, I guess, is it wise to push the men so hard at this time? Usually Bruna and Siga troubles would concern Harafa, but her focus now is on proving Alexis's troop. Now it's time to push them, Your Highness. Make them obey you. Go beyond what they... What, Freya? This sergeant has a complaint. The men are tired, sir. I can't say what'll happen if they don't get a break. So Alexis says, well, they have one soon. So Rafa says, no, Your Highness. She punches him. Tell your man they have real trouble if I hear any more grumbling. Freya, for the rest of the day, this man drills with 3 shields tied on his back. Whatever you say, mother. You're amazing. I give half of my inheritance to handle myself like you. It'll come with experience, sire. I hope you're right. Yeah, he's a weakling. To be truly confident, a general must thrust his own sword. I can show you some very effective moves later on. I like that very much. All right. So Harafa comes here to train, and Alexa says, hey, we have some meat and food. She says, I don't care about that. Let's fight. So they so she's basically learning him how to fight, right? But she's way the stronger, and she accidentally hurts this guy. Your Highness, are you all right? I think so. Let me see. I think it might be a good idea to work on your falls, but you'll be fine. In fact, I can't help but think that a little blood becomes of you. Are you offended, Your Highness? If you want to go... no, I've been with girls before, but they were servants. I don't want... I don't want you to be disappointed. So she says, yeah, you probably... you are an excellent student. And so later, the day after... Harafa, look, apparently the Emperor has noticed how hard we've been working. He's given me a chance to put down a minor uprising in Cappadocia. She says, okay, that's good. When do we leave? Today, right? All right. Now, this is interesting here. So Bruna is here with the princess, right? I should have you drawn and quartered for what you did to me last night, you animal. Why don't you give it a think about it? I'll give you something to jack off to till tomorrow. What does that mean? Is that a word of play or is this something we don't know? So she's very happy, and then Harafa says, hey, what are you doing here? And Bruno says, hey, what are you doing here? Never mind, just go to the barracks and get ready. We march for Cappadocia this afternoon. So, and then she's talking to her, her daughter. Says, hey, make ready for Cappadocia. Sure you up for it after training the prince all night? It must have been hard. I heard he doesn't know much about women. He knew plenty, and he knows a lot more. Have you no shame, mother? He's barely my age. So, you're not a child, and it's time you stop acting like one. You need to start respecting me, both and your mother and your commanding officer. Forget packing. You sit this one out for insubordination. All right, so there's more, dissidence. That's the word, between mother and daughter. More a rift is created here. So Sika's coming to the sorceress place. I need your help, gutless. Make a charm to make Bruna love me again. And don't say you can't do it. But she says, well, I cannot do it. It involves black magic. And she slices her. You cut me. You better have something for me when we get back from Cappadocia. I'll cut you more. Now, come on. We got to get going. All right. So everybody's being ready, except for a few. Freya's not coming. And then, Harafa, could I talk to you a minute? Alone? She says. Basically, she says she's won out. And she says, I'm useless. I cannot fight here. She just wants out. But Harafa says, we need you, right? You don't. So far my magic's been unnecessary, and the army has had all the medics you could ask for. Rely on Brazilian medics, but Skull, did something happen? Harafa, please. You've taken me this far and I'm grateful, but Byzania is a place I can go and make a living on my own. I want to go. Again, this looks really good. He's a big smile on his face. Harafa's band, or what's remaining of it, shares feeling only foreboding, though each for their own reasons of her own. All right. So, and then she is going... what's her name, by the way? I forget. I want to know. Maybe she said it. Skuld. Yeah, Skuld is praying to her goddess, and she wants to, being shown the way. But then, sister, I am the shade of Uroboros, once high priest of the hold of Nologoth. Long I have awaited for the chance to contact you. Do you fear the dead? Not as much as the living. For good reason, sister. You need a friend. As it happens, I do too. Touch my hand. And then she's being, transported. She's seen here. An obsidian knife glints in the torchlight, almost in time with the chanting and if the strange dog-eared man. So she's seeing this, right? You already know Ivold, captain of the Byzantine mercenaries. The other is Otar, formerly my assistant in your native land. What are they doing? Watch. So the girl's been cut, and then something is stirring. When the Byzantines invaded, Otar made a deal with them. Then he murdered me and let them take our god. Skuld can only watch as a thing undreamed of her worst nightmares oozes from its hole and inhales the victim, fully conscious, into his morkoid maw. It's only then that Skuld realizes with a jolt that the creature's looking at her. An expression of pleading in its almost human eyes, pleading and unbearable pain. All right, this is good. So, you telling me that thing's your god? Try to understand. For us to be sacrificed was an honor, and he hates to consume the unwilling, but everything must eat. What important is the power of his ring. It's a terrible tool in the wrong hands. And he talks about the ring of this guy. Why am I talking like that? That's why I need you to help me set him free. You got to be kidding. All right. Damn, it always gives me a turn to feed that cursed thing. Don't say that. It can hear you. So what? We got the ring. Though if the Emperor knew we were feeding it into the sly, he'd have our heads. The Tingats have received our message. They surprise the prince tomorrow, just outside Cappadocia. Good. I just hope that damn ring is telling me the truth. I haven't forgotten that we lost 6 men after it told us it was safe to enter Medirius. Nologov probably didn't realize those women posed a danger when he told his men that Darius was clear. After all, he intended to join the army, and now they have. Well, no matter. Now I can eliminate those wenches and the princess in one fell swoop. Then, just as few more easily maneuvers, and Bersinia is mine. Ours, Ivold. Ours. Yeah, right. You see, you also have much at stake. Hrolf is riding into an ambush by half of the Tengan army. You must warn her, and then will be further dangers as well. So he says, if the Tengans think Ivold has betrayed them, there's a chance they turn on him and let us recover the ring. He who controls it also controls the god. Why not just tell me the plot? Why show me that horror? Would you believe the mere words of some strange ghost? No, you need to see the Ivold's treachery for yourself. Anyhow, we both want the same thing, to defeat the evil that grips this land. Goodbye, my sister. So she is using, I don't know, some psychic projection to on this crow or raven, and she's a druid, by the way, and it calls also that this creature can mimic in human speech. So she's releasing the crow, or is it a crow? Wait a minute. Crows, yeah. So there's a bar brawl breaking out, because of the daughter of Hrofa. Right, but then Ivold comes in, right, saving the day just in time. So he's basically licking her boots, and she doesn't like him, right? So this whole thing is about trying to have her on her side, because he knows the whispers of Hrofa being intimate with the prince, right? And he knows that also her daughter here doesn't like that. But then he says, hey, what do you want from me? True, what I want to know is, will you sleep with me? Sleep with you? Sure. Why should your mother have all the fun? All right. Let's just do the next issue. So I think this is way, way, way better than the first issue. It was a surprise. Mostly if the first issue is meh, then most of the time that the rest will also be meh. But this is way better. It's not perfect, but it's way better. Anyway, that's it for today, guys. Leave a comment below. See you next time. Bye-bye.